Okay, so in a prior class, we came up to Premiere Pro and selected Preferences, went down to the timeline, and under timeline, what we're looking for is the mono media and stereo media. We want that mapped to mono. And 5.1 media, you don't need to do anything there. Multi-channel, we can select mono as well. So we've done that. So when we brought in a video clip into our timeline, it should have separated them into two tracks. So here's audio track 1 and here's audio track 2, and they each have their own channel of audio. In the camera, the UIW TV cameras and the regular film cameras have two channels of input, a left and a right. The left channel is the one that's on top of the camera, and then the right one is the one closer to the bottom. So for you, if you're using the UIW TV camera, the shotgun microphone is going to be on the L channel, and your lavalier or your inputted mic is going to be on your right channel. So before you do anything, I want you to select which channel of audio sounds better. Which one are you going to use? So I'm going to mute one of them and play back one track at a time. So if I mute audio track 1, I'm only going to hear audio track 2. So I'm going to play that. And as I listen to it, the audio sounds very hollow. It doesn't sound as crisp. And so I know that that's my camera mic coming in. So that's not the one that I want to use. And I can also tell by the waveform. Look how big this is compared to this waveform. So just to make sure, I'm going to mute that one and just play audio track 1.
So it's not easy, and so to actually have a piece.
So when I play that back, I can hear it, and that sounds much better. So that's the track that I'm going to use in my final project. So I need to get rid of this one. An easy way to do that is to hold down the Option key. First of all, I'm going to click off of it. We're just going to hold down the Option key and select that one track that we want to get rid of. Holding down the Option key will only select one track. So with that track selected, I can hit the Delete key. Okay, so now I'm ready to adjust my audio levels. I selected the right audio track, and I'm going to go to my audio workspace. From here, with your track selected, you'll probably come to this part of the panel where it says dialogue, music, sound effect, or ambience. You can choose what type of audio you're using here. Because this is dialogue, I'm going to select the dialogue tag. If I selected the wrong tag, I can easily hit clear audio type, and it'll get me back to this panel. Okay, so dialogue. And then down here is what we're going to be adjusting, the clip volume. So when I play this back,
so to actually have a piece
I can
to be shown,
fade it up,
and then for other people to see the fruits of our labor, per se, I think that's the most exciting thing.
Okay, so let me go back. So for me, this clip needed to be adjusted by about 11.6 decibels. So when I play it back, it's closer to that -6 and peaking into the -3 area, which is exactly where I need it. So that's the fastest way to adjust audio on here. It's kind of adjusting audio on the fly. You're playing it back and adjusting at the same time. This only will go up to 15 decibels. If you need more gain than 15, which I hope you don't, because that means that you recorded it very low. But if you do, come over to the clip and right click on it and select audio gain. And then here you can add an additional gain, like you can add another 10 decibels or whatever you need. But then you would have to play it back and then look at your audio levels here. Okay, so that is our soundbite. Soundbites in natural sound should be at -6 and -3. Background sound should be closer to like -24, -30 area. So these next two clips are just B-roll with background sound. And I'm going to leave my two audio tracks in here. I'm not too concerned about deleting the right channel or the left channel. I'm okay with just having Premiere do a mix between these two clips. But I do want to double check the volume or the audio level. So I'm going to select the next B-roll and play it. And as it plays, it's a little loud for me. I'm going to knock it down so that it's closer to -24. Let me play that again. Well, that's a little too low. Yeah, so about -24 is where we want it. So that looks about right. I'm going to click on the next clip and do the same thing. Play that again. Yeah, the whole thing is we want to avoid that the background sound competing either with the anchor voice reading the script or with your voice when you record the narration. So again, we'll play it back and just double check our audio
They expect
levels.
a lot out of us. And so it's not easy.
That looks good. That's good there. And that looks good. Okay, so your audio levels are done. Hit Command S to save it. And that is audio.